gonna just push this button, and then I'm gonna welcome you in. Then I'm gonna just stop and take a deep breath. It's time to get you motivated, y'all. It's time to get us. Let's do this, okay? Let me grab my journal. Let me grab my journal before this thought leaves my mind. Ouch! I reached for the journal and hit my finger. Ouch! All right. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's the weekend here at the time we're recording this, and I just heard the family moving about and out, and it sounds like everything's quiet on the home front. I'm gonna turn to a blank page here, looking at what we put down yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a difficult one. Um, it just was. I got through it, but we really had a good conversation because we talked about change and how change is a matter of combat. You have to combat some things and counter some things and so forth. And when you realize that change is necessary, it's not always, oh, I'm ready to change. No, it's like, oh man, I got to change this because it is sometimes detrimental to us. All right, so listen, this is your daily podcast about living daily. And I got to do a couple of things on here that I said I needed to do. I have been working on the logo, so the screen's going to go black just for a second because I want to show you guys something. I've been working on a couple of, are they at the bottom or at the top? And scrolling. First of all, let me get you off a blank screen. All right, there we go. In the city with Dryer Buzz. I am Yolanda Lattimore. Most people don't even know that name, but they do know Dryer Buzz, especially in and around Atlanta, and even more so beyond Atlanta, because a lot of people who are coming to Atlanta want to visit Atlanta, relocating to Atlanta. They go searching for Atlanta and they find Dryer Buzz because we've been buzzing about Atlanta's original digital for the past 17 years. Also, we then, as you know, came into the kitchen and I really thought I had this. Let me see. Let me just grab one right quick since we do have the liberty of being live and interactive while we are on. I'll just grab that one, and I don't think that one is. There we go. It is. Okay, I'm finna say. Oh, like I don't know. There we go. Okay, we got to turn off the other one. There we go. Okay, in the kitchen with Dryer Buzz. Most of you are learning about us through our efforts in the kitchen. And it's so funny because when we bring out something new, I'm always amazed at how quickly, well, not necessarily amazed at it because I'm a professional at it, is that creating these brands and building these ancillary parts of what it is I do. Because I'm a person, I do what I do each and every day, things that I love. Things that I love, and it's hard for some to understand it because it's not all the time work, it's not all the time a job. It's just out of my day, I have to have something that I enjoy. I have to have something that I love. And then in order to do the things that I love, which means I have to fully reimburse every expense or fully reimburse expenses elsewhere. What am I saying? I like a free life, FREE. So I give talks all around about that. And when people talk about monetizing and so forth, before you do any of that, you gotta reimburse. Okay, before you get to monetizing, you gotta reimburse. So what I'm gonna do is go back to where we are right now. And thank you. There's our kitchen. If you guys recognize that as well. Well, this is called How to Get Out of Bed. I'm gonna throw a picture up there. I'm gonna throw that logo up there just so I can toggle between the two. These are my first thoughts of the morning. There's a little bit of frog in my throat. I literally have one eye open. And by the time we get through with this, because I'm literally like not out of bed, even though I might have had to get out of bed and go run and find a charger, something to drink, which I have not done. So you'll hear me transport myself to another room in order to grab some lemonade. But what we have been doing, and I wish I could give you a count of how long we have been doing it. I know I'm looking at a journal that's got several pages written. We start each day with a blank page, and we try to find, first of all, something to be grateful for. And I know that should be waking up with the breath of life and another day to do what it is we love, or the change that we need to happen, or to be impactful in our lives to move the needle. That's part of it. you should be grateful for that. But some of us have to reach a little deeper. We have to find something else because it all depends on what got you back in that bed, what got your anxiety up, what sent you back into a world of depression, what caused you to think you don't have friends, what caused you to think you're going through something alone when the multitude of our society is going through something. What is it that keeps us from finding solutions, motivation, all of those things? And how I dialed it back to having this conversation is I have spent the better part of the past 20 years gathering people to talk about how to find their confidence, how to work in their community, how to build their careers, how to find their worth, their confidence, and all of that. And sometimes I just had to say, okay, but how did you get out of bed? Because, they have such high hopes that they could buy into this or buy into that or this idea or copy that person or copy this, and that's going to give them what they want. And then they go and do all those things. And they even to the point of get what they want, all that they want, more than they want. And they realize it's still not it. I have seen people become billionaires and can't face the next day. I have seen people go out and pitch and people throw money at them and they still can't get out of bed. They can't finish it. They can't get through it, right? Because that wasn't it. I have seen people come up with the best ideas, save lives. I've seen people defend themselves, walk out of prison. I've seen them do it all. And get to a side of it and go like, this ain't it. And they can't go another day. I've seen it and heard it all. And it wasn't enough hindsight for me. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, now there's enough hindsight out there for you to grab some of this as your foresight. Why are you not using this? Because unfortunately, even with all the hindsight, even with all the foresight, there are certain things that can't be avoided. There are certain things you're going to have to go through in your life. There are certain things, as I grab another device and see who I'm talking to, there are certain things that are going to hurt and hurt beyond compare. There are certain things that are just going to knock you off of your square. And you know what I did? I'm just on YouTube. Now, you know what? I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to stay right here. I'll just go and I'll do some replays. I don't want to start over. But we'll replay this on the other platforms. And we'll do it as a watch party, which I want to try anyway, because I want to be able to be fully engaged. So you know what? Hey, this might be the thing. Do it on YouTube, and then I can get through the thought, get through the process, and then I can come back and engage. Okay, see? Solution. I love this. And then that way I don't have to go and do it over there and then come back and try to get it for YouTube. See how things work out? Go with it. Keep going. Okay? So when we talk about these things, that will happen. Things are going to happen. Things are going to knock you off your square. I don't care. Like I said, I have so many people around me to warn me of it all. But there are certain things that people can't keep from you. There are certain things, like I said, that are going to hurt so bad. There are certain things that are going to feel so good. And you know what? Let's talk about the things that feel good. Because in the things that feel good, we oftentimes get to that point and go, man, this is nice. This feels so good. And then, you know what we don't want to experience it ourselves. Like right now, we're having a great conversation. I'm like, oh, wait, I got to bring some people into this. And I'm like, no. It probably feels this good. The show was probably going that well because I put it on the platform and I wasn't looking at the comments. I wasn't looking at trying to see who was coming in and going out and all that. I wasn't doing that. But yet, look how I was on a roll, y'all. I'm telling you. I've been at that point too. I've been granted an opportunity at certain tables, granted an opportunity to come into certain communications, in the room full of leadership, world leadership, nationals, global conversations, presidents. I've been there. I've done so much. I wish I could put it in a book, and I should. I'm supposed to be writing a book, but I've done so much. But I would oftentimes get there in these opportunities, and the people that have somebody will tell you, somebody trying to give you an opportunity and you're trying to use it to help somebody else. I've done that for 17 years. I oftentimes say, oh, this will be good for, do you find yourself doing that? Oh man, so-and-so would love this. So-and-so would love this. Oh, I should let them. And then you go and get them. and bring them along. And really, all they did was ruin the opportunity for you, or you did it for them and they didn't appreciate it. They didn't see the value. I remember somebody was asking me, because like I said, if you go looking for something about Atlanta, you're probably going to come across Dryer Buzz. And if you aren't afraid of the truth and the realness in my timeline, then you'll approach me. People approach me and they say, hey, listen, we want to do this and that in Atlanta. Can you connect us? And that's what we do. We connect. And I say, well, I have certain people, I have this, that. I know everybody, right? Yeah, I can connect you. Sometimes I have to say no, because I know that sometimes people aren't ready. And that, knowing when somebody's not ready, like say for instance, I mean, from the simple thing of just going to the movies, everybody's like, you go to the movies by yourself? Because when I'm ready to roll, I'm ready to roll. You notice how you ask a friend, hey, let's do this. And they go, wait, can we do it another day? Oh, wait, how much does that cost? I was, you know me, I love the ear hustle. I'm a blogger, right? So I'm sitting at a place, in a space, and I'm listening as some friends. There's three guys, they're talking, and two of them came. Every one thing that's happening right now is everybody's coming for this Atlanta trip. Atlanta has become a great place to visit, just like you go to Mexico. But then I say Mexico because it's on my television. Miami, Las Vegas. Atlanta is one of those bucket list trips that friends do before they make, or they have a baby, get married. They come here, they hang out with the guys, the girls come hang out with the girls. We're known for the strip clubs, trying to be known for great food. We're known for all of our live stages and so forth. And all this live entertainment and all that kind of stuff. So people come here, right? I don't know why people aren't doing a residency here yet. Can somebody get that going? Can Bobby Brown come back to Atlanta and do a residency? I mean, I know New Edition's on stage like everywhere and all that kind of stuff. Can we get some residency? I need that as a product just to sell as I sell the city. So anyway, so I'm listening to these three guys who obviously came here to live it up for the weekend. They came, I think one of them, he's so ready to like settle down. So they came to hang out with this boy who has an amazing condo in the city and this kind of thing and so forth. And it was so funny. He was putting a price. He was like, man, that was expensive. Oh my God, that was expensive. He was complaining about everything that they were trying to ball out, right? And balling out means, you're going to get the bottle service, you're going to get a VIP section, you're going to pay to jump the line, all these different things. You're going to wear this, you're going to do that, you're going to take this, you're going to do that. And he was just like, whoa, he was just like, because I guess he lived within his reality, within his realm of, okay, we're a bit too old for this. It's time to start thinking responsibly, and they're like, man, it's the last, this, that, and the other. Let's just ball out, da, 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 da. They were getting a bit frustrated because he just went down for the cause. They were really like trying to usher him to go on in so they can hang out and do their thing, because they're not making those kinds of decisions that he was making about life, right? So finally they talked him into like shutting it down, and then they went on about their enjoyment. But sometimes when you try to pull together people like that, sometimes some things just can't be done in a group. Like when I got ready to do as many podcasts and many things like that, when I got ready to do how to get out of bed, I'm like, okay, it's going to have to be just you. Because one, you want to roll out of bed. It's not going to be any bells, no whistles. It's not going to be all this fluff, this, that, and the other. No, none of that. It's just simply going to be, and I want to make sure I pull this. I got to pull a piece of information in here with this. It's just going to be you. Just go and get it done. Because sometimes, wait a minute. You know what I did? More better. I know I'm trying to get to it. I didn't write down my word. I'm writing down more better. And I'm gonna tie that to our first ladies, or the war that our first ladies are doing, as I scroll through and get a piece of content to bring on here for you guys. Our first ladies, remember our new first lady, current, no, wait, let me at post time. Our current first lady is Melania, who didn't want to take any advice from Michelle Obama, but apparently she is definitely studying from the book of Obama. Remember, she came out with, what was it? Be best. Be best. And everybody like, well, wait, didn't Michelle Obama have be better? Some things that came out in the speeches and the different things that they do. And you know what?